Oh, it's recording. I see the red light.
Yes, it is. Welcome to Old Guys Doing Football Week 2 podcast. We had an interesting week, a lot of emotions. I would say we had some sore emotions. That's why we're starting at 11:30 instead of our 10:50 time that we wanted. So we'll start off, as we do every week, with the beer of the week. We'll let the guests start with that. We've got a special guest today. I got my boy Dave here. We're doing an on-site broadcast, and our special guest is Ken Fong. What's your beer of the week?
What's going on? So my beer of the week is Dragon's Milk. It's a bourbon barrel aged stout. It's a nice sipping beer, for our podcast here. And you know what? I'm actually really enjoying it, surprisingly.
I'm super impressed. I love it. Ken, awesome beer, awesome team. Great start to the year. But
cheers.
Very impressive. Cheers, for sure.
And Dave, you're doing?
I'm doing Microphone Brewing. Dead End Friends. Kind of a hoppy New England pale ale. Very nice, very smooth, little juicy, and a good way to get into midnight tonight with this.
Cheers. And I got a Sketchbook Insufficient Clearance. It's a hazy IPA. Local place. They're really good. They just told me they just opened a brand new brewery. It's a pretty large space, so they're canning all over. I like them a lot too. So I think I should propose that anytime we like how Maddie does the Atlantic, anytime we mention how bad Maddie's team is this week, we should all take a drink. Okay?
I didn't bring enough beer.
Hey,
Ken, do you have more than one?
Yes, but I'm going to be drunk by, within 5 minutes. We're going to talk about how shitty Maddie's team is.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not a sipping beer.
So we'll do real quick jerseys. I'm sporting the Cutler. That's how bad they were this week. I went from Mac to Cutler.
Well, it's appropriate after it looked like Cutler was playing last week.
Well, no, I would have loved Cutler to be on that,
I got the Mike Allstott, so we're going a little retro. And most of my jerseys will be retro because I'm that old. So, but yeah, little Mike Allstott love from when I was living in Florida.
So I didn't realize wearing a jersey was a prerequisite. So I don't have a jersey on right now, or else I would have gotten my jersey. But I am representing the Tampa Bay.
I like how you guys picked the worst team in the league. Like Jameis was terrible this week, but we'll get to that later.
But wait, the best part is he didn't know I was.
I know he didn't. That was the funny thing.
He had the Bucks hat on. He bought the Bucks hat. Why?
Because of Mike Allstott, the A-Train, baby.
Yeah.
And I said he's a Joliet boy. I liked him a lot. So
yeah, it's awesome. So
I remember high school. That was prime football. Like the videos of him pushing a truck up the you ever see his workout videos? He was pushing a truck up a hill like that. He used to work out like that. We used to all like, oh, we could do that too. Like that was a big thing when we were playing football. You remember that, Ken?
No, I really don't.
Maybe it was a lineman thing. Dom will remember. What up, lineman? Okay, we'll move on to our next topic, the 2-minute drill. So I got to give it to my boy Dave. He his votes won on that. The results were 4 no to 2 yes. Was Josh Allen a good fantasy quarterback? So I got smacked down, but I'd like to point out that my bet is still in play because after week 1, he's rated 16th and Kirk Cousins is 22nd. Ken, I know you said you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah. So Allen, man, you know what? Like, it's so hard to pin him down. So for me, okay, I look at it and I say, hey, you know what? Maybe I take back some of the stuff I say about him because
I'll take back any of it, Ken.
In the fourth quarter, you did look halfway decent, right? But you can't play like that for 3 quarters at the NFL level and expect, oh, okay, you know what? I'm just going to pull out of this every single game. I mean, he did play the Jets after all, and it's not like they were a huge threat. So I'm sticking by my guns, even though he showed flashes of greatness, in the fourth quarter. I'm still sticking that he's not going to make it as a top-tier quarterback at the end of the season.
Well, what did he do different in the fourth quarter? If you really looked at it, what was the difference?
Honestly, I didn't get a chance to really look at, tape of him and say, oh, okay, well, let me just rewind this.
Started using his legs. That was the biggest difference. When he's got that running threat, it opens up that downfield pass, and then he's throwing bombs to what's his face downfield. I forget who it was.
John Brown.
John Brown. Yeah, that's so. I mean, that's what happened in the fourth quarter. So
you're saying he's a poor man's Lamar Jackson?
Oh yeah. I mean, he's not out of the realm of still being top 10 here. So I'm not crazy here.
Or a poor man's Tyrod Taylor.
And then just a quick update on Memo and I's bet about Tom Brady. This week he was 7th.
What was the bet?
He thinks he's going to be a no-brainer top 5 by the end of the year.
What did you hear the crickets say? I kind of, I don't agree with that. But we'll see. At least the first 7 weeks when they play Miami, New York Giants, New York Jets. Yeah, Jets, horrible team.
But I think they're going to be running a lot for that, you know?
They will. So we'll see. I will chime in on the Allen. So, Ken, if you had to trade for Allen, Baker Mayfield, or Cousins, who are you trading for?
Well, Baker Mayfield.
No. I'm not asking you. I don't care what your opinion is. It's already wrong.
I would definitely trade for Mayfield or Cousins before I would trade for Allen.
Okay.
I would say that yes.
On his ass off.
So so are we talking about, hey, you know what? I'm trading for him and he's on a long-term contract, or
no. It's just I'm going into the playoffs. I'm trying to win this.
Not our league. It's like a standard league.
No
long-term contracts. That's what I'm saying.
Well, you're just trying to win this thing. So obviously, the contracts.
There's no money involved,
but you're trying to win this thing because obviously you're in that running, and your quarterback goes down. Which one of those 3 you want?
Cousins, hands down.
Over Mayfield?
Yes,
I probably would have Cousins too because of the team. Mayfield
did you
is right
watch
there.
that game? Dalvin Cook went off. That's what they want to do now. The running game is what they want to do.
I get that. I understand.
That's why Cousins won't. He's not going to finish up.
Ken's not worried.
All right, well, let's move on. That was last week's topic. We're going to move on to next one.
Wait, what was the other? There were 2.
Well, we'll do the update for the app pick'em later.
No, there were 2.
No, just the.
Was that?
App pick'em.
My bad.
Hey, Niz, I thought we had a bet too going that Allen is going to be a top tier quarterback. He said he was going to be at the top. Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure it wasn't on your.
It was a quarterback 1, so he's got to finish in QB 12 or better.
Okay.
He's QB 16. He's not out of it right now. I'm just saying. Okay, let's keep going. So for our 2-minute drill for this week, and we'll throw these all out there. I'm going to do a multiple choice questionnaire on this, and it's going to be a quick one. We're going to try to keep these quick, guys, because I know I like to talk, so I'm telling myself. Are these players legit or not based off of the week 1 performances? So we'll start off with Ken, and then we'll go out. And I threw this one out there. It's sort of a team thing, so we can wrap up all 3. I think if you're going up against Miami, it's going to be like this every year. But Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, Mark Andrews, basically everybody who blew up for Baltimore, are they legit or not? Ken?
No.
Cool. You can say something quick about that.
Just, you know what? I haven't seen enough from Baltimore's offense to say, hey, you know what? They're gonna be able to sustain this. So no. I mean, they did play a really terrible team. So no.
Dave?
Lamar Miller. No. Lamar Jackson. Sorry. Yes. The other 2 we'll see. But I think Jackson's legit because he actually has a lot of wheels, so he can move. Plus, he showed he could throw for precision. He had a hell of a game on that first half. So, yes.
I will say Lamar Jackson, I think, is a top 10 quarterback. But I also see a 161 interception game coming up here. But he's still, because of his legs, he didn't even bust that out. He barely even ran. Marquise Brown only played 12 snaps, had 8 routes ran, and caught 4 targets. Like, that was just stupid. Like,
he's boomer bust.
Yeah, I mean I see him being that good, but until he's healthy, we don't know what he's going to be. And then Mark Andrews, I loved from day one. Like he was my deep sleeper. Hey, moving on. Sammy Watkins, Ken, 43.3 points. What do you think?
I'd say that's legit. I think he'll be able to keep that up, especially with Hill out, and especially in that offense. So I'm a believer. I would trade for him.
Okay.
We'll see. With Hill out, that's the big thing. Yes, there's so many weapons on Kansas City, so I don't know that I would trade for him if I wanted wins right now, and I didn't have to give much up for him, which you're probably not going to do. So I'm going to say kind of no, but man, he's going to be good for the next few weeks.
Okay, and my answer, I'm saying no, that he's going to score 43.3. I don't think that's legit.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's legit, can be a wide receiver 1, though. I think could be a top 12 guy. He's been top 5, but 43.3 a week that's not legit. Okay. Marlon Mack scored 26.4 points. Ken.
Yes. You know what? Andrew who? Andrew who? Yes. Mac attack. I believe in him. I believe in the Mac.
Dave?
So it's tough because I gave up Marlon Mack last year. I had a lot of trades to position me and get me into that championship game, and he would have helped me at the end of the year. So he's been strong for about the last 6 weeks of last season, and now comes out strong again on a team everybody thought that would just stack the box against him. So I'm going to have to go yes.
Again, another one that I'm going to say no at 26 points. I think they're on to him now. They realize.
Not 26 points,
yeah.
But he's a RB1?
I think he's a high-end RB2.
RB2, RB1.
High-end RB2.
We'll see.
I disagree with that. Definitely RB1.
Here's the problem with him is Nyheim Hines takes all the passing downs from him. He gets almost no targets. So he's like a Derrick Henry that if you actually stop him, he's like worth nothing because he's never going to catch those passes,
So you're saying Deion Lewis type situation? Because
no,
Derrick Henry destroyed Deion Lewis.
No, but Derrick Henry doesn't usually get the passing down.
No, I agree.
So that's what I'm saying. Ty Hilton, another Indiana guy.
Yes. The only 2 Colts I trust, Mac and T.Y. Hilton.
Okay.
I'm going to go no. It's up and down. He could have 8 good games like that. He could have 8 bad games at 10 and under. So I'm going to say no.
At 24.7, I don't think it was way out of his legit realm of floor ceiling possibility. I think he's going to have better games I think he's going to have worse. So I'd say this is legit. Evan Ingram, 24.1 on a bad Giants team.
I really like him. I think he's improving, but it doesn't help with Eli throwing to him, even though they're going to be in a lot of games where they're going to have to catch up. I still think that 24.1 points, I think that's still above the average. So I would say no, that is not legit.
So I would say no, but I believe he's going to be a possible top 5 tight end for sure. He's got a chance. There's no weapons on that team. They got to dump it to somebody, and he's going to look good. But yeah, he's going to be under that 24-point threshold.
This is why I went so high on him, was because I foresee this. I was huge on this guy going in, that if I wasn't getting one of the top 3 and Ertz, Kittle, and what's his face, Kelsey, the best one. I wanted Evan Ingram. He was my guy because he's such a matchup nightmare. He's so fast and so big. You can't throw a cornerback, you can't throw a linebacker on him, and with them stacking the box on Saquon because they're more worried about Saquon, he's going to get open. And Eli likes him. So
yeah, he's just like any Giants player. He's going to get yards, probably not touchdowns, but I
yeah,
yep, that's what you want.
Austin Eckler, 36.4.
Ooh.
Oh, Tom's
guy.
I think Ken's just going to say yes.
Is that
he's my guy.
Ken's guy. Sorry.
No, you're late.
What the F? Yeah, seriously, man. All right. As much as it's going to hurt me to say this, I'm going to say that is not legit. You know what? I see him as a poor man's Tariq Cohen for this year, especially with what's his name out. I don't even remember his name anymore. But at least for the first large part of the season here, I think he'll be solid, but not 36 points solid.
So not 36, but Ken, I think you got yourself a steal. $11, right?
Oh, $11. Yep.
$11. So not 36 points. The way I don't think what's his face is coming back. Brad's in trouble with Gurley and Gordon.
No, Gordon's coming back.
No, I don't think he's coming back. And if he does, it's going to be way too late. I think you got to steal, not 36 points, but I think you got an RB1 on your hands because he's getting fed those passes.
The passes, that's the big thing. Yeah.
Plus, he's getting the runs too. He's clearly the number one back in a 2, maybe 3 backfield, but I think you got to steal in your hands on that one.
Oh yeah,
not a 36 if we're going by that number. But I
Right.
think 15 to 25 weekly until anybody comes back. Yes.
Okay, and I'll give you some advice here.
Oh, here we go.
Sell. Go target one of those guys that have a preseason top 12 running back that didn't do well this week, like a Joe Mixon. And,
Chubb. Oh, no,
Chubb's
no,
on his
sorry,
team.
yeah.
But like somebody who's not listening to this podcast, there's a handful of those guys out there. Try to sell this guy because I think Melvin Gordon's at home watching this going, I got to get back on this field. This guy's costing me money.
This podcast he's watching?
No, he's watching what Austin Eckler's doing.
Damn, I thought we had some connections.
Because here's the difference between the Bell situation and Melvin Gordon. He can't sit out all year. Melvin Gordon was under franchise. He's actually not. He's under like regular contract. So if he never shows up, the Chargers still own his contract.
Bet here. How long do you think he holds out?
I think if Eckler has another week like this, he's out. He's back this week.
Bull.
After
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Wait.
Week 3.
Wait, if he doesn't,
the reports right now, I'll just let you know, the reports right now are week 5 or 6 is when
all
they're
right.
targeted.
So I'm asking.
He's got to be back by week 10.
We're making a bet right here. What is your threshold? And I'm going to see if I'll bet you.
I mean, I'll take week 6.
Week 6.
But I have a feeling if we have
if you
another
go week 5, I bet $20.
Yeah, I got a lot of bets out. Wife's gonna kill me when I lose
she doesn't listen to this. She doesn't want to hear.
Oh,
anymore.
she said she's like listening to this tomorrow.
No,
so
I wouldn't.
Okay, let's move on.
Wait, we're not done.
We'll talk this because I want to think about it. Can I think about it?
Week 5. You said week 6, $20.
Week 6, $20.
All right, there we go.
Hey, so Eric, I just want to ask, is he one of my running backs that you've blown already, or that he's still on your list to blow?
No, I like your depth at running backs. I mean, come on, it's crazy.
You get all the way down there.
We'll move on to Deshaun Jackson, 32.4 points for the old guy. What do we think?
Definitely not legit. Not legit.
Not legit.
Not legit. He's not going to be able to sustain that. Come on, let's be honest.
Early in the season, I was talking to a guy who said with a broken finger, he couldn't put up any numbers. That guy was clearly wrong.
I said him.
We won't. Yeah, he talked you out of it, and definitely not 32. The thing with Deshaun Jackson is, especially on the Bucs, he was with a bad quarterback that he was either boom or bust.
Yeah.
He now is on a team that will utilize him and can throw to him. So he won't do 32. He will do better than when PJ tried to dump him off to me and trade him 20 million times, and whoever's had him in the past. PJ, I say you, but anybody. I'm gonna say he's gonna have a really good season. So you should be excited. Don't blow him, but you should be excited.
Wide receiver too, all season, man. I like him a lot.
Flex.
Guys, you have to realize, you know what? This is all dependent on the quarterback he has thrown to him. And when was the last time? When was the last time Wentz was healthy for the whole season?
Well, he's one collarbone away or ACL from death.
Okay.
Elbow or whatever. Yeah.
Well, now let's move on to Dave's unofficial guy because it's not on Dave's team, Dak Prescott.
Legit. I love my guy. Dak. You know what? It's his third year in the league, right? So,
yep.
I think
Super Bowl, baby, Super Bowl.
I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, I like him. Legit. Done.
So I'm going to say after watching Thursday night game, he is no Turd Bisky. Yeah, Turd Bisky. That's what I'm going with that guy. But I am
fat words.
I am super excited. He beat a horrible team. Listen, I don't know about that many points every week. I think he is legit. If he plays a bad team and they play right. There's enough weapons on that team. I think he threw 4 touchdown passes to 4 different guys.
Yeah.
That is just ridiculous. And then you got a good running back and a good backup. I'm really excited about the team, and I think our defense is strong. So I think he's legit. Maybe not 35 points, but I think he's got the legs. He's 15 to 20 points easily a week. He's a safe play, and I would.
Okay, we'll do one more on the legit side, and then we're going to do it quick because we got to get through this segment. I'll say he's legit. John Ross III.
Not legit. Can't see him keeping this up, especially in Cincinnati.
Yeah, not legit. We'll go quick. Nope.
12 targets. I mean, I think could be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not completely out.
AJ Green's also out, by the way. Just FYI.
We're going to move on to the guys that did bad this week. So if they're not, are these guys legit bad? And we'll start off with the Bears guy. I pretty much know what Dave's going to say, but Mitch Trubisky.
It pains me to say this, but he is what we thought he was.
Which is?
Not legit.
Oh.
Or actually, no, I take it back. Legit that he is that bad.
We're gonna go quick.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, he's lucky to do 10 to 15 points a week. So bad.
I'm gonna say this was not him. This was not his best. I think he's better. Legit.
You better hope.
I thought it was a play calling. Mayfield, 12.4 points.
Can be better and will be doing better.
He was concussed, man. They shouldn't have played him. They probably should have sat him. He was fucked up. So he'll do better.
Yeah, I think he's legit. I have him as a top 10 quarterback. So Jameis, 10.6.
If we're talking about crab legs here, I would say legit. He's much better than that, but new offense. I don't think he's going to learn the playbook. So everybody was high on him. I'm not.
Yeah, everybody was high on him. He's bad regular quarterback, but I'm hoping he will break out of that. He's got to throw. They're going to be behind, so we'll say not legit.
All my podcasts are telling me this guy's legit. Just give him time in the system. He just throws so many interceptions. I think he's bad, not legit. Okay, Devonta
Freeman, legit. I think that once they open up the passing game, Julio Jones comes back and actually does stuff, he'll be fine.
I don't know. Julio Jones scored. He was there. I'm gonna say it's a tweener, but not legit.
I'm gonna say legit. You don't play the Vikings every week, and it looks like that defense is a lot better, more of a rebound than they were last year. So, okay, Aaron Jones, 4.4.
He's better than what he's shown. I mean, I think traditionally he's been bad against the Bears, and every time he's played the Bears, which is twice, he's gotten hurt. So he's definitely better than the 4.4.
I think he has a horrible coach that is going to underutilize him and then spread it out. So I'm going to say he's legitimately bad. Is that how we're doing that?
Not legit.
Not legit.
Okay, I'm going to say you don't play the Bears every week. So, again, I think he's got better upside, but he's going to be up and down all year. So I'll say not legit. Michael Evans, 3.8.
You know what? Bad quarterback, new system. It doesn't matter how talented the wide receiver is. He's going to be struggling this year. I think it's going to be he's not going to be able to make the 6th season with over 1,000 yards reception.
I got Godwin, so I hope he is not legit.
I think he's legit. He's too talented not to be. So I think the safety blanket for Jameis. Carry on, my wayward son. Let's go, Carry on Johnson, 7.2.
Who?
Carry on Johnson.
Yeah. Who? Yeah, it is that bad.
Okay.
Not legit. He even said he's not a full down back on the offseason. Saw this coming. Horrible team. Another New England Patriots coach that's going to fall on his face, and he's already done it. Bad. Not legit.
Okay. And Stefan. Oh, I'm gonna say he's on a rough offense. It's going to be up or down. This is why I bashed Maddie's team last week. Drink.
Don't pander to Maddie.
No, I did. I felt bad because I felt like we were picking on him a lot, but like
That's okay. He
he's
picks on
not
everybody else, so he can take it.
He's not a legit RB1, and you've got an RB2 as your RB1. It's tough. So, okay. And then for the last one, I wanted to do just one real quick one because it sort of has to do with the how our league is going. Malcolm Brown versus Gurley. Gurley only had 10.6, but he was hyper efficient with 14 carries and 97 yards. And then Malcolm Brown scored twice, so he got 17.3. He's going for what, $10 now? I think was the last bid or something like that.
Ken, where you at on that?
I think it was 10, 9 or 10, somewhere around there.
You gonna let Maddie get it?
No,
No.
I got money to spare. I mean, we're only carrying over $50, so I got money to
Yeah,
kill.
yeah. Well, Maddie and I were talking about that earlier today. We'll squeeze that in.
And even if I decide not to pick him up, I'm only gonna get fined $1. So
Oh no! Wait, I thought it was half.
I don't know, whatever it is.
We'll have to look that up. Go
so
ahead.
anyways.
So that is a bad situation. You got a third guy, rookie. They spent a third-round draft pick on that's out there too. If you don't get the goal line carries, those are the big points. So that is not a good situation. I don't want anything to do with either one of those guys. Plus, they can pass. I
actually was impressed. Like 14 carries for 97 yards is like 7 yards a carry almost
for Gurley.
For Gurley,
yeah, great.
I think he's going to be hyper efficient. He's definitely not going to be what he used to be, but
they
I would rather have Gurley than Malcolm Brown.
But Gurley got him to the goal line, and they pulled him every single time.
All I'm saying is I'd rather have Gurley at the end of the year than Malcolm Brown. I don't think it's even close.
No, it shouldn't be, but it's sad.
But
Give me Brown.
Do a quick thing. I keep saying quick because I know we're running longer already. But Antonio Brown, I think we should talk about it. Any thoughts? Like, is this guy a piece of shit, or like, I'll just say my point real quick. I think he's a piece of shit.
I could get back to it.
I'm kind of like, just, I think what he did was just so childish. But Ken, what's your thoughts on what AB did?
Are you talking about the raping allegations? Because I think that's pretty shitty.
No, I was talking about how he played the Raiders to get to the
Did you know about the rape allegations? Because you've been working just like me, so I have a little more time when I work.
There's rape allegations?
Oh,
I was busy today.
Oh. Yes.
Oh.
Not only allegations, there were charges filed, correct?
I think so, yes.
I believe charges were filed. Yeah.
Yes, literally like 3 hours ago. Yeah, 4 hours ago.
Holy shit, this guy is...
Wait. Like, how does that make you feel? Hot take. Go for it.
So one of the podcasts I listen to now, every time they have an Antonio Brown update, they play the clown music in the background, like doo 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 doo. They just think this guy's fucking nuts, and
he is nuts.
He's just I don't know. I'm just done. All
right. So he has a rape allegation. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah. So taking the rape thing aside, which I mean is obviously something not to take lightly, but. As shitty as I think what he did to the Raiders, I thought it was terrible, right? Like in terms of how he played the team, how he played the fans. But in terms of the method of him doing it, recording Gruden's conversation, doing like a whole thing on social media, I mean, I kind of have to give him props for that because I feel like he understands like, hey, you know what? If I want to get out of a bad situation, there's a way to do it, and that's how I'm going to do it. So while I don't respect him for doing it, I thought that he was pretty clever in the way he did it.
Like, who really wants to play for the Raiders? I get it. He was a douchebag, very, very douchey. And now you got charges or allegations, whatever they are. Ezekiel Elliott had those, and even the person that said that dropped him, and he served a few games suspension. It was 6. I think I got dropped to 4. I can't remember. But it's not good for him. He's a douchebag. He's an asshole. If you listen to how he talks and what he talks about, he's just like fucking out there. He's gone. He sucks.
Okay. So next topic real quick. We're just going to hit some major injuries this week and talk about how they affect the teams. Tyreek Hill's shoulder out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Oh, is that where it's at now?
That's where it's at.
Yeah, I heard it was undetermined.
Well,
it's a collarbone.
I'm going. Rappaport said 6 to 8 weeks. So,
Ken.
I think that they have plenty of receivers that can step up, especially the rookie there. So Hardman, I think they'll be all right.
Nick Foles, broken
Wait, go
clavicle.
Travis Kelsey.
Nick Foles, broken clavicle. They moved him to IR, so he's out 8 weeks plus.
You know what? It's going to be a loss. But I think the new quarterback, the rookie quarterback from Washington State, will do just fine.
What's the name? It's like Gardner
Minshew?
Minshew, yeah.
Yeah, he looked good. I don't think Jacksonville can get any worse than what they looked like last year. And
it's better than Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't he a backup on Tennessee?
Yep.
And he'll be a backup for a little bit on that.
No, not Tennessee.
Who? Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Tannehill's at Tennessee.
Yeah, you're right. Tannehill's. But either way, it's a bad.
Hey, Darius Geis, multiple games right now.
Ken, how you feeling on this one?
It doesn't.
Monday morning dropping AP because it was inactive.
And you took a whole lot of shit on that.
I did, but everything I heard was Geis was just not ready. He was having trouble.
Did you see the comment that Gruden said about him? If we were going to run it 50 times out of the I formation, we would have had AP in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible. Oh, how you feel on that, Ken?
No, it doesn't impact me. I think AP will be able to step in and do a fine job. I think Juice probably wasn't even 100%.
A guy with like
anyways.
50 running backs that's bidding on Malcolm Brown is not worried about Geis being out.
I mean, hey, part of it's strategy. Part of it, maybe I do want Brown.
Got the money. I mean, how many more running backs are going to come up towards this year that have some potential to do some damage in the red zone and make him some points? If I had the money, if I had $50-something, I'd be bidding on him too if I wanted a running back. Then he throws Geis on injury reserve again because that's what.
I already have another guy on injury reserve, but I'll just keep my guy. It's fine.
You'll do it.
Albert Wilson, cap 1 or 2 weeks. Does anybody care?
No. Move on.
He's a shithole, and we'll get to that.
Who's Albert Wilson?
He's the
only enough said.
Okay. 1 to 2 weeks.
No.
Yeah, whatever.
It's another one. Another win for me, Burrito.
You got Burrito, yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, they split the carries between the Burrito and the third string running back, and neither one of them did shit.
I'm okay.
Against what team? The Bucks. And that vaunted defense.
Joe Mixon. By the way, last year 5.5 per carry.
That was last year.
Anyways, Joe Mixon. He's still probable for week 2, but does this slow him down? Is he going to play?
He'll sit. And he's on a bad team. So
right.
Joe Mixon, I could have got him. I didn't want him.
I thought he was on a bad team, but
we'll see.
They went across, we'll talk about it during our app picks. That was one of the ones we were high on.
You were high on it. I'll leave you out to dry.
Cincy, wow. Whew.
Yeah, I didn't see that going.
Mike Williams, he's questionable now, week 2.
Move on.
Really, he's a talented receiver. He's had some knee injuries and stuff.
Yeah, questionable on the knee. It's not good for Chargers, but I don't know him, so I really don't care.
Okay. Juju, probable too. He went out, but they said he's probably going to play.
Big Ben should just retire this year, in the middle of the season.
They look bad.
I think New England's legit. They're super. I forget the Chiefs. Everybody's high on the Chiefs. New England's defense looked good.
That's why I picked them up.
Okay. Devin Funchess, broken collarbone, 8 weeks plus. He's on IR already.
Yeah, well, that's bad. He's done.
Yeah.
And they weren't that good to begin.
Okay. Ken apparently put his topic where he wasn't supposed to, so we're going to skip that for now. We're going to go over the week 1 matchups real quick because Ken didn't look at this massive doc that I sent out prior. All right. PJ versus Brad. Last week, PJ was the favorite. Both Dave and I picked him to win. Lamar Jackson balled out for him, 34.56, and pretty much T.Y. Hilton, and nobody else did anything on his team. Brad suffered with Jameis Winston. He had a pretty solid running back play, nothing great, but he's basically playing off of Mark Andrews. He won 109 to 92, 109.7 to 92.46. Any comments? It wasn't a spectacular outing for either group.
No, I kind of was surprised by PJ. He got carried by a couple guys, and the other guys were really bad. It's week one, things can even out, but I was a little surprised by that. Brad's got, he gambled on the draft a bit, and he's got Gurley in there. I'm not high on Gurley, so it's going to be an interesting matchup on that.
It's not every week your punt or your kicker hits 17 points too.
It's impressive. It probably won't happen next week though.
Anything, Ken?
No, I mean, I think I agree with your guys' assessment. You guys are spot on.
Okay, this was the biggest upset. I did not see this. I had Memo in my top tier. I thought he had a great team. Obviously, Tyreek Hill going down for him, but he had Patrick Mahomes ball out still. His receivers really, with Tyreek going down and Julio only getting 12 points, his running backs didn't do anything. He only scored 97.42, but Dom with 43 points from Watkins, 26 from Wentz, 23 from Josh Jacobs, who looks legit. We didn't have him on my on the legit or not, but I'd put him legit. And Dalvin Cook, wow, he looks good too. I mean, Dom's got. I changed my opinion on Dom. He had a lot of guys like this. I think Dom's got a team to beat.
I would say huge surprise. 183 again, first week. I saw a lot of that last year. I was this specifically brought out in me. I struggled to hit like the 120, 130 mark, which is where you want to be bare minimum. And there were a lot of teams I hit last year that were 140, 150. 180 is nuts.
It's nuts.
It is nuts in our league. We'll see if he can keep it up. I don't think so. I think Cooks will fall out and get hurt. But and Sanders getting 17, huge surprise, impressive, awesome. Watkins is not going to post 43. Nobody can keep posting 43. But
take that out. Put him at like 20 something. He's still 160 points.
I don't want to take anything away from him. It was awesome. Surprise, I had Memo high, so
yeah,
we'll see how that plays out.
Sorry, Memo.
Through the rest of the season.
We went through the buzzsaw named Dom.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's going to happen. But we'll see. I mean, everybody counted Dom out, and yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, no, but I agree with you, Dave. So if you take a look at Dom's team, impressive week, right? So Memo hit some unlucky players. Tyreek Hill going down, like you said. Julio Jones didn't really do Julio Jones type-esque, put up those type of numbers. Connor, you would expect more, better numbers from him. Cohen's Cohen, right? So
down on him now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that really when you look at Memo's team, I think his team definitely underachieved, based on injuries and some other stuff. Looking at Dom's team, his team overachieved like crazy, right? Like Carson Wentz. Let's just take a look at him. 26 points from him, not out of the ordinary, but you know what? You have to take a look and see, again, injuries. So how often is he going to be able to play the whole season? Do we think he's going to be able to play the whole season? I would say no.
Hold on.
Phillip Rivers on 25 points on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Keep saying that Carson Wentz is this huge injury risk.
He is. One
major injury. And last year, as a result of that one major injury, he had a whole bunch of lingering stuff that happens with that. That happens with a lot of players. I think he's legit. I think Carson Wentz is an MVP caliber player this year.
So you want to make a bet on whether he makes it through the whole season?
Laura, this is going to get expensive.
I'm not making that bet. Think about how he looked prior to getting that major injury. I mean, he was an MVP. Like, he was the leader in the pack for the MVP that year.
And I'll say this, on the flip side, you got Phillip Rivers steady. He's there, so he's got the backup. I had targeted him in the draft. I wanted him as a backup if I picked up a quarterback. So, I mean, throw those out. It's the same thing with Dalvin Cooks. I hope he gets hurt because I picked up his backup. But you just never know.
Yep. I don't think Jacobs will do that. And then lastly, I just want to point this out. It's not every week you get to go up against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Josh Allen, phenomenal quarterback. Probably going to be a Hall of Famer one day.
Buffalo Bills last year had a top 5 defense.
I realize that, but his Jets defense scored him 18 points. I'm saying that his Jets defense will not score him 18 points on a consistent.
Again, take that away. Give him 8 points then. Like what's an average week? He's still crazy. So, all right, let's move on. Ken, normally we'd be talking about a great week you had, but Dom played this week. So you had 162.98 points. McCaffrey balled out. Eckler balled out. Pretty much everybody else did sort of what they were supposed to.
Kittle got 2 touchdowns called back. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, and then there was that bad no-look pass to him, too. Sean, sort of the team we thought we both have him in the lower tiers. Cooper did okay. Ingram did good. But other than that, he had a lot of stinkers on his team. What do we think of any comments? I think this is one that we were both pretty high on. Both Dave and I picked Ken to win.
Yeah, I think the only disappointment with Ken is, it's pretty big. Don't sit back. Just start. Go ahead and
this week he is. So
yeah, fuck yeah, he is.
Okay.
Right? Are you starting him?
Yeah.
Ken?
He's in his lineup right now. So, anyways,
okay.
Laura versus Maddie. This is the one that we got a lot of shit from because Maddie had the best team ever, but he only scored 88.96 points, and he is the first one out of the survivor pool. Maddie's team sucks. But yeah, his team did basically what we said. Hopkins did really good, and everybody else did shit. Delaney Walker did good for him too. So, but Laura had Le'Veon Bell. What's his name? David Johnson. Her defense did well. DJ Moore did well. So. Pretty much both Dave and I picked him, Laura to win, so yeah, and she won.
It just goes to show, you got the running backs, you're gonna do well.
Moving on, it was me versus Darren. We had our first split where Dave picked Darren for some reason, even though he had him at tier 4. It was his upset, and I picked myself.
It makes for a better show that way.
125.62 to 92.92. Almost saved Maddie there with being the lowest in the week. Darren really had Calvin Ridley. That's pretty much it. Anything else, he had nothing else really to go for. I had Kamara, Ingram, Deshaun Watson balled out like a motherfucker, and I still had 2 receivers on the bench that outscored.
Oh my God, are you
receivers.
done yet?
Go. Anything?
Ken?
Well, yeah, no. Liz loves his team. Nobody else does.
No, you did surprisingly well. You do this week. But yeah, it was consistency. Again, you hit that mark where you want to be consistent. If you go through the whole season at that 120 to 130 mark, that's kind of where you want to be and where you start. And Darren didn't do so hot. So we'll see what happens as we go through the season.
And
week 1.
Scotty, this was the second split pick for me and Dave last week. I picked Scott. Dave picked himself. I thought Scott's team was better, and it was 141.42. He had the third highest score of the week versus 125.2. Dave actually would have beaten most of the teams. He had the 5th highest point total for the week. But I told you, Scott's team was better.
Yeah, same thing happened last year. I had a bunch of teams at the beginning of the year, and then I ended up in the championship game, so I'm not worried. Good luck to you, Scotty. Good week. You got me, for sure.
Yeah, Dave, you got unlucky, bro. I think your team definitely underachieved and could be much better. You think about it, Elliott right there, if he would have had, preseason and gotten in football shape and actually played the number of snaps that he should have played, I think you would have done much better there. So.
And if I had played Maddie every week, I'd be fine. So I think we got a drink on that one. So.
Oh, we're just doing it out of spite. But I love you, Maddie. Maddie, thank you for giving us the password.
Maddie will not trade with us at all.
Okay, so that leaves the standings for the year so far. Dave at 2-4, and me at 4-2. So I'm crushing. I gotta.
You're not.
I'm crushing.
It's 2 games.
Okay, so moving on, we're going to now go to our guest topic. We're going to do another real or fake in it, legit or not legit. So he put it on there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Hey, you know what?
But he's doing teams, right?
Yeah, we're looking at real teams here. We're looking at real teams here based on week 1 results and based on the way that we've seen them play. Do we think they're the real deal or are they faking it? So let's start out with the first team that we see here, New England Patriots. They just crushed Pittsburgh. Now it wasn't even a fair matchup. I mean, Big Ben just looked terrible out there. Didn't look in sync. I mean, what do you guys think? Pats, are they the real deal or are they faking it?
I think this is the best defense they've ever played with. I think it's real. I don't even think they need AB. Like they were the best. They were legit before.
So we were talking at work. We all know they're going to go about 7-0, 8-0. They don't play a real team until Cleveland. They could hopefully retire fucking Brady, go undefeated, and win the Super Bowl. That's a possibility. But they will be in the playoffs 100%. So they are legit.
I agree with you guys. They are the real deal. All right, so second team here, Tennessee Titans. So the final score was 43-13, beating the Cleveland Browns. That the Cleveland Browns team that everyone was so high on, with the fact that they got Odell Beckham, that they have Baker Mayfield, they have a pretty solid defense. So what do you guys think? Do you think the Titans, they're the real deal or are they faking it?
Well, I apparently think Dave apparently thinks they're the real deal because he just said New England doesn't play a real team until the Cleveland. So if they beat Cleveland, they must be a real team.
But we're talking about Tennessee.
Exactly. So, I mean,
I think Tennessee will be lucky to make the playoffs.
Yeah. They're in a tough – well, are they in a tough division? Houston got robbed. Yeah,
they did. They got robbed.
Houston got robbed.
You got Indianapolis that I think has a great defense and a surprisingly good offense. They did well in that game. So, and fourth team in that division, can't really compete.
I'm happy giving up Thursday. Just real quick, I know we just talked about Houston. I'm happy giving up that Thursday night game. I want 2 Monday night games. I like the way that worked out.
No.
Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Stretch it out. No.
All right, so I'm saying they're faking it. I don't think they're going to be able to sustain. All right, let's talk about the Rams. So went to Carolina, beat the Panthers 30-27, knowing the Rams are never in the past couple seasons, they have not been a good road team. So if you take a look at Goff's road home splits, they're terrible. So knowing that, what do you guys think? Real deal or faking it?
I don't think this should even be a question because I think they proved that they were a real deal last year when they went to the fucking Super Bowl. So I'll move on.
They looked horrible in the Super Bowl. So it depends on where they play, but we will see how that schedule plays out for them. They're a great team. Good defense. They'll be in a shitty division. They're in a bad division. So they will make the playoffs, and we'll see how they make it through the playoffs. But I feel they make the playoffs, and they're bounced in their first game.
Wow. So no Super Bowl hangover for them, huh?
Did it look like it? They traveled across 2 time zones and beat a really good Carolina team.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the Carolina team's very good, but okay.
But dominant.
Yeah, your McCaffrey had the best fucking week out of any running back out there, and it still didn't mean anything because they were dominated by LA.
McCaffrey's just one man. All right, so our favorite team here, the team that we love to talk about, the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
All right, so
it starts with a B, and we would all thought the Bears.
The Buffalo Bills came back in the fourth quarter to beat the New York Jets.
Not
17-16.
Was it my turn? Not legit.
Faking it. They're faking it. All right, Niz?
Yeah, I mean, who are the Jets? I mean, if you want to talk about a shitty division.
One of the worst teams in ever. When was the last time they were relevant in anything?
But I'm saying, like, there's the Patriots and really who else in that division. So, yeah,
Miami?
not legit.
Oh, no.
Or faking it, sorry.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right, so next team, our beloved Chicago Bears. Real deal or faking it? They only scored 3 points. 3 points. David.
Oh, I feel bad for you Bears fans. The easy schedule is not there from last year. Green Bay will win the division, and you better cross your fingers you get into the playoffs and triple doink off of upright.
I'm not worried.
You should be.
That defense looked dominant. So
they were awesome. I'll give them that.
That defense looked like they were men against playing against boys. So
one drive fucked them.
Yeah, that's all it was. Okay.
But the offense will fuck them even more.
All right. Sounds
good. Ken?
You know what? I think they're
honestly,
still.
Ken?
I think defense wins championships. If Tampa Bay can win with what's his name? Can't think of his name right now, but he's a terrible player.
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer.
I remember. I was there for that.
Aren't you wearing the Bucks hat, dumbass?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you know what? Just because I don't remember names of quarterbacks, when I was in grade school, it doesn't mean that.
Oh, wait. No, that might have been.
Let's move on. I think
that's Baltimore. I think that would have been Baltimore.
The last two are actually
Johnson. My bad. I'm sorry.
Brad Johnson. Yes, Brad Johnson. But Trent Dilfer won with Baltimore. So both, you know what?
Bad quarterbacks, but Trent Dilfer was the worst.
Right. Bad quarterbacks, but great defenses. So defense wins championships. So yeah, I think they're still a real deal. So I'm not concerned. All right. So here's the next team right here. So talking about
hold on.
Yeah.
Skip this one, go to your last one, because I think this one's more interesting. I think we should end on this one.
Okay. Andrew Luck. The Colts. No Andrew Luck. They're done. But, obviously they showed that there's still a little bit of fight left in them since they did take the Chargers at home to overtime and just losing by 6 points. So what do you guys think?
Better than I thought they would do. I think they could squeak into the playoffs.
Yeah. Good defense.
We'll see.
Best O-line in the league.
Don't know what their schedule is. That plays into it.
I think they're going to be better than most people think. I think they were the clear favorites before Andrew Luck left, and then now they're still a really good team.
Yeah, I think they're a decent team, but I don't see them making the playoffs, especially in their division.
Yeah,
unfortunately, I just don't see it. So faking it. All right, so back to the last one here. With all this talk of AB and leaving the Raiders, let's talk about the Raiders. I don't think that anybody gave the Raiders, a chance to even win the game against the Broncos. I think, what was the line on that? Do you guys know you guys remember what the line was on that?
No.
All right. I'll have to do some stat checking, but they were clearly not the favorite. So they ended up looking pretty damn good in beating Broncos 24-16. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
It was awesome. They gave the big motherfucking middle finger to AB. There were chants at the end of the game. Fuck him. So it was awesome. Good to see. I don't think the Broncos are great. I think they'll get a win next week or this week, I guess, coming up against whatever team they play because they look that good. But you guys know who they play this week?
The Bears.
Oh, yeah, they'll get that win. Go Denver. But good for LA or Oakland. They deserved it. It was fun to watch, even though it was kind of boring. But yeah,
I actually think so. And I'll go. I think they're legit.
no.
Josh Jacobs looks like
You just like
back.
Josh's, man.
I
just
do.
like Josh's, man.
Josh Jacobs looks like second coming of Alvin Kamara. So yeah,
he looked good.
He looks really good. He looks explosive. So, and don't forget, Denver still has Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. And they zeroed those two out. That was the biggest question mark going in was their offensive line, and they took care of those two players. So
yeah. You got a Chubb on your team. It's always good.
Hey, don't forget about Fangio too, man. He's a defensive-minded coach. So you have a combination there.
And it looked like Gruden outplayed him, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to, and personally for me, I think they're the real deal, and this is why. So if you take a look at Derek Carr and just look at his stats, last year he was, bottom third, right, in terms of tiers, third tier type quarterback, QB3, whatever, however you guys want to code that, right? But
awesome.
Last night's game, he went 22 for 26, 259 yards with a TD and no sacks, no interceptions. So he protected the ball. He just did a great job of managing the game. Josh Jacobs, 23 carries for 85 yards and 2 tutties. With 1 catch thrown in there. And you see in terms of the receptions, I mean, it was Tyrell Williams and Waller, that got a majority of the receptions there. But, if you take a look at, them spreading the ball, I mean, everyone other than those two got, 2 or 3 targets. So I think that they have a pretty well balanced their offense there, and their defense definitely improved from last year from what we're seeing.
Wait.
But wait, the worst Hard Knocks ever, correct?
Yes, worst Hard Knocks.
Right, Ken? Did you watch it?
Hard what?
Hard Knocks on HBO?
Yeah, no, it was definitely the worst. By far the worst.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so moving on to weekly matchups. We're going to try to get through these pretty quick because we're running kind of long here. Sorry, guys. But we'll start off with Memo versus Brad. Memo is the pretty big favorite at 121.29 according to Yahoo, and Brad's at 110.9. So what do you guys think, Ken?
I think Memo takes this one.
I'm going to go. It's going to be close, but I think Memo better win this one and better look better than he did last week.
Yeah, it's tough because both these teams they sort of underplayed last week and stuff. So I mean, I don't know. I'm going to go Brad. I don't know why. Sorry. I think Winston has a bounce-back game. I think Devontae Adams is not playing against the Bears. Tariq Cohen, Gurley. Damian Williams, Gurley. I think Brad might squeeze this one out, so I'm going to pick Brad. All right, Darren versus Maddie. Wow, this is the seller game here. I'm not trashing Maddie's team because he's
not just cheersing. Ken? Sure.
He's projected to win, and I am going to give Darren a hint because I don't think he listens to this podcast, but I'm going to tell him how he wins. If he changes out Stephon Diggs.
No.
For
who? For who?
For Hollywood Brown. I think Darren wins this matchup. And I'll tell you why, because Stephon Diggs is playing against Green Bay this week. And I think Green Bay's defense, what they did with the Bears, it was the Bears' offense, but Green Bay's defense looked legit, and they got some good secondary. I think they're going to shut down Diggs, and I think Marquise Brown against Baltimore's playing Arizona. I think he can have more points.
Ken?
I would agree with your assessment that, there's a better chance of, scoring with Brown versus Diggs. But, I still, regardless, I'm still going to go with Darren on this one, regardless of what the prediction says, because Maddie's team just plain old sucks.
So I'm going to go upset of the week. I think Maddie wins his lone game of the season.
What an upset one.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. My bad. But he's not favored in my mind. Upset of the week. I'm going to go Maddie by about a half a point.
Yeah.
Or 5. Somewhere in there.
No,
you can't go back.
Well, no, I said, man, I think Maddie is.
But you can't go back.
I'm not going back. I think it's Maddie because I think Darren doesn't listen to the podcast, and I think Darren's a scratch Yahoo guy. He looks at whatever it is, doesn't look at the matchups, and he's going to.
What do you mean? He kept a guy that retired. He knows what's going on.
Can we just please come on?
He knows what's going on in the
Darren.
City. So I'm going Maddie.
Darren, I had high hopes for you, buddy.
Please get that fucking running back on your team.
Please drop Baldwin.
Come on,
anybody. I don't care if
wait, is Baldwin still on his team?
He's still on his team.
The fuck is going on? Yeah. All right, we're going to have to review. Who did you kick out of the league?
You're making me look bad.
So I'm going Maddie because I hope Hopkins puts up about 50 points.
Yeah, no. I'm going Darren all the way, and I need to trade for Baldwin too, so I need a wide receiver on my team.
I'm trading for Baldwin.
We're gonna go Scotty versus Dom on this one. Scotty's favored at 120.
How is Scotty favored?
I don't 120. Well, Scotty did have the third house.
180 points.
125.48 versus 111.6. Who do you guys think?
Ken.
I like Scotty. I don't think Dom's team is going to be consistently high enough. I think he definitely overachieved. So I think Scotty for the win here. I'm a little concerned about Roethlisberger, and obviously Juju. We don't know if he's do we know if he's playing or not, or no? What's the
play? He was projected to play,
but he's playing. Let me ask you this: Juju Smith is not now the number 2 wide receiver. He is the number 1 wide receiver with the focus.
Yep.
He did not look good, although Pittsburgh didn't look good. What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah, but Steve, you got to remember, Stephon Gilmore is probably number 2 behind the guy from Jacksonville as far as cover cornerbacks. And like, if you're on Juju Smith, I mean,
so
I don't
feel good about Juju.
I still do feel good about Juju. I think
I asked Ken, how do you feel?
I feel good about Juju. I don't feel good about Big Ben.
Yeah, Big Ben's old Ben. We'll call him old Ben now. I like Juju. I gave up Juju. I had him on my team, and it pained me to give him away a while ago. Yeah.
So who are you picking? You're picking Scotty?
Me?
Yeah.
I am going to go – I'm going to go Scotty. But that's – wow. Yeah, it's tight. Ken?
Yeah, Scotty. All the way.
I'm going to go with Dom. I mean – his guys just look so good. I mean,
tough.
Yeah. How do you go against a guy who just scored 183 points? I mean, go Dom.
Jesus Christ.
So, a lot more splits this week. Okay, Sean versus Laura. Laura's favored at 114.58 over 107.83. What do you guys think?
Dave?
I will never go against Josh Allen again, at least for this week. And I am going to go that there's not going to be a 3-peat. So I'm going to go Laura.
Just because Laura's starting Josh Allen, I'm going to go Sean.
Oh, I like that.
And I got to go with my wife again. Sorry.
Bitch. Not Laura.
Nope. I'm going based off of running backs. I think there's a lot of equality here, and I think the running backs look better on Laura's team. So
yeah, you like those guys, don't you? Dude, they're big.
How'd they do, by the way?
Bell was
a bust.
They did good.
Yeah.
Constant bust, right? According to you,
I didn't say
they
bust.
both were going to suck.
I didn't say bust.
I think they were both like 20 and 25
Who they
points.
played? Buffalo and Detroit.
Buffalo
and Detroit. Just so we're clear on this, 2 of the greatest teams ever.
Johnson
Buffalo
did not do great until the second half. Just throwing it out there. The first half he looked like crap.
1 quarter. So
so
don't be a homer.
For the final for the final 2 matchups, we're going to go, which I sort of picked the 2, what I think is going to be the 2 most interesting. PJ versus Ken. We'll start with.
Yeah, we'll go Ken.
I'm not gonna go against my team, right? I mean, come on. I mean, you just think about what Prescott has done. You think about Kupp and him playing at home again with Goff and Edelman. He's always going to be Edelman. McCaffrey's going to be fine. Chubb, we'll see. Kittle's going to be fine. Eckler's going to be fine. Yeah, I'm comfortable with
fine.
I'm comfortable with my team.
Who's your flex player?
Eckler right now.
Eckler.
Yeah.
Eckler's your flex. Who's PJ's flex play?
Antonio Brown.
So no, who's PJ's? He's going to be in fucking jail, so he's not going to. So
he's got Allen Robinson right now.
I do like him. He looked great, but I'm going to go.
Well, he's got Allen Robinson. So
they'll probably have to.
Allen Robinson's not even on his team. Allen Robinson's on Brad's team. What are you talking about?
I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Jesus, I'm trusting
fucking amateurs.
All right. Either way, I'm picking you. I saw what PJ did beyond 2 players on his team, and it was bad. I'm sure he'll do a little bit better, but I'm going Kenny.
I'm going to go. So Ken went Ken. Dave went Ken. I almost want to go Ken, but like if you look at the depth and the expected points on his team. Just like to point out, his lowest guy, he's got 1 guy under double digits. I just like his team a lot.
Pick it, motherfucker. Pick it.
It's so tough. McCaffrey is playing against.
You're supposed to know this before you even come in.
I'm gonna pick Ken. Sorry, PJ. I love your team, but I think this is our only unanimous one for the week so far.
It is. That's kind of interesting.
And we're going with Ken. So then for the final, this is the best.
The final doesn't even matter.
This is the
us.
best matchup.
The final doesn't even matter between us. So the only person that gets to pick the final game for
so
the
I
week.
can pretty much pick Dave. Is going to pick Dave.
No.
I'm going to pick myself.
Well,
Go ahead, Ken. Who do you think is going to win this?
I'm going to pick the favorite guy, so I would pick me. But go ahead, Ken. It's all on you and your Tampa Bay Buccaneers hat.
So Niz, are you sure you want to keep Breida in there and not put in AP?
I would just AP at this week for sure.
You know what? I'm going with Dave on this one. Easy pick for me. I mean, I think that just overall, looking at Dave's overall team, I like his team overall better than yours is in terms of the player he has playing this week, and then also some of the matchups. So
you want me to play Peterson at or versus Dallas over Breida, who's playing at Cincy?
I don't think it really matters. I put Breida at 5 points this week. How much is he?
13.3.
No, that's not.
13.3.
They're splitting time between those two guys. It's not happening. What'd you say, Ken? All that matters.
He said you.
Ken.
I said Dave. I said you, Mr. Kochanowski.
I'm crossing my fingers. We'll see what happens.
Well, so yeah, I mean.
So next week, loser provides the beer for the other person.
What am I going to ship it to you? I'm going to be in New York.
Who sucks? Anyways, okay. So moving on, we'll go with the app pick'em. This is our final segment every week. We'll talk with Dave and I went 4-0. Who do we pick, Dave?
I have no idea at this point.
We picked Seattle.
It's been a long. Well, first of
Buffalo.
all, tell them about my Tuesday. Tuesday is a 13-hour day at work. So, and I've now had a few beers. So
we did Philly twice. We were worried about that one.
No, we did Seattle twice.
Oh, we did Seattle twice.
Thank God I didn't have that much.
We were worried about that. I know we did one of them. We did do Philly, and we did do the Baltimore one.
The reason why I know Seattle twice because we won by 1 point, and I was about to go upstairs and fucking choke this motherfucker.
So this week, we pretty much figured Ravens over the Cards was a lock. Pats over Miami.
We're going Pats, 100%. We might do double up on that.
Yeah, we might do double up on that one. Other possibilities: Panthers at home over Bucks. Chargers over Lions at home. Cowboys over Washington at home. Chiefs over Oakland at home. So, like we said, Chiefs were legit, or Oakland was legit, but I don't know if it's
against
the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Ken, little help.
I would pick Chiefs all day.
So Chiefs, you got Chargers, Cowboys, or Panthers.
Washington.
Yeah, Cowboys over Washington. Come on, really? Was that even like? Do you have a question in your mind whether that was gonna happen or not? Like,
well, so here's the thing we can do is we can always just double up on our two locks. We can pick.
Yeah. So you can't pick the same team in a row, but we have 4 picks, so we can sort of rotate them a little bit. So we're probably thinking. I'm thinking a double pick on the Pats against Miami.
I agree.
Miami,
yes.
I hate that, but I'm thinking Cowboys over Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ravens over the Cards. I'm a little worried about Ravens and Cards.
Are you? That's my lock. That's like my other lock.
I know. What do you think, Ken?
And it's Ravens home over the Cards.
No.
Yes.
Yes. I see the H. All right, I'm cool with that then. Ravens over Cards at home. I'm cool with that.
I'm a little undecided on that. Definitely Cowboys over Washington at home. That's a lock.
That can't go on my pick though. That'll fuck us.
So when you guys decide, since I'm going to be in Vegas this week, let me know what your picks are because I'm going to be putting bets on all those.
Okay.
So we're going to be playing, all 3 of us. We're going to be playing.
We usually pick Saturday. I'm going to throw up another survey on this one. Survey on the legit or not legit. I'll even throw up do you want me to throw up a survey on the team one?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do a survey on the team one
Okay.
on the guest topic. So.
I might want 1,000 on black, by the
way.
Sure.
So hey, Ken Fong, great guest today. I want to thank you. Coming out here, you had some really good insight and Great guest topic. So thanks for coming on. Any last thoughts?
Thank you guys for having me. I think this is fun. It's good times, and I just love proving you wrong. Is I mean, every time you want to talk about how great Josh Allen is, it's fun to say how
I love
bad
how
he is.
I literally said I want to suck your team's dick, and you're still throwing me shade. Anyways,
I like it. So, Ken, thank you for coming on. It was fun. I think you did a great job. I'm glad I could beat you last week. I am not in the Trump game. I wish you luck.
Oh, baseball.
We're going to throw that out there. I do want Ken to lose only because I want Ken to cook.
I can still cook for you, Dave. Just let me know, man.
Well, I will throw this out there. If Max loses,
I want hot dogs and noodles. That's all I want.
Yeah, exactly. If Max loses, I will host at my place. He can have my place. And you can cook here, and he can pay for all the great food that you would make.
I can smoke some stuff. You're good. Yeah.
I'm sure you will.
And I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Another great week. Go Team Niz. See you guys later.